Social Security is an important part of many Americans' retirement income, especially as people are living longer. But with the full retirement age from 67 to 65, would the cost of living continue to increase? Every last penny counts and helps so many people out. So folks, let's get into the most important stimulus news that I want you guys to know. Because there's a ton of information that is very important about the fourth stimulus check. And many people associate Social Security with retired Americans, while the elderly are especially dependent on the program as well, with almost 9 out of 10 Americans facing this problem. And now, nearly 2/3 of the House has signed into a bill that will boost Social Security to the public sector workers with government pensions who currently see limited return benefits. The bill has gathered around 290 co-sponsors and a threshold that could allow its backers to force a vote on House floor and offer leverage as they work to get through the chamber. Under the House rules, the bills with at least 290 co-sponsors can be put on the consensus calendar, a process that allows rank-and-file members to force widely backed bills to the floor if the committee of jurisdiction won't take it up. It was referred to as Ways and Means on January 9th, and the panel has scheduled a meeting to consider it. Now, according to congressional research data, it would actually aid more than 90,000 people in the state of Louisiana. Even representatives are a notable voice for the GOP conference after helping a broker debt limit agreement on Kevin McCarthy and build consensus among Republican members. But now they're aiming to boost Social Security payments for public workers and government pensions and things like this for people who have jobs covered by Social Security taxes. Now, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset reduce Social Security payouts and spousal benefits for employees in an effort to avert highly unfair payouts. And groups representing retired teachers, police officers, and state and local employees say the reductions go too far and unfairly punish the public savants. But so far, everybody, here's what Joe Biden has to say about this. The bill would actually rack up 305 co-sponsors in the last Congress under Democratic control of the House, but Ways and Means Committee held a markup as a means of weighing to turn off the consensus calendar. The panel's leaders at the time tried to broker a deal on a scaled-back version, but those talks ultimately fell through. And even this year's bill, co-sponsors have flocked to the bill more quickly, giving people more time to decide what they want to see. Folks, we got a ton of news about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI and SDI. Continue to watch the video because you definitely don't want to miss out on this.
Have one thing at the top, gas prices. Just to provide you all an update on where we are currently with gas prices. We have now been falling for almost 7 straight weeks. As of this morning, gas prices have dropped 81 cents per gallon since their peak in June, as you'll see from the chart to my left here. That means American families who with 2 cars are saving $80 a month. Drivers can now find gas for $3.99 or less at around half of all gas stations across the country, and average gasoline prices have come below $3.99 in 19 states. Putin's war is still...
The announcement comes at a crucial time for Congress as many Democrats will soon face a campaign re-election. The news came several hours after the Senate passed a separate bill to invest $50 billion in U.S. manufacturing semiconductors, sending it to the House to reconsider as soon as this week.
Drug companies that raise prices faster than inflation have to pay the difference to the government between per month. This is, it's never happened before. And look, history's been made here. But it comes alongside the largest drop in unemployment rate in a single year on record.
The Senate in history of the United States has been amazingly and extraordinarily productive. 20 months into the Democratic majority, I just want to take a moment to highlight the many, many accomplishments we have secured in this chamber under Democratic leadership. It's the most in recent memory. The American Rescue Plan, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill, the CHIPS and Science Act, the Gun Safety Bill, the Inflation Reduction Act, an omnibus package, and many other bills in between. Senate Democrats have worked hard every step of the way to improve the lives of American people, to help those in the middle class stay there, to help those struggling to get into the middle class a little easier to get there. And we will continue to do our work for the American people this week by passing a CR to keep the government open.
benefits have lost around 40% of their buying power. One of the biggest proposals in the works is an increase in benefits for people who are ages 80 and older. Not only will this help older adults maintain buying power, but it will also provide a boost for retirees who are running low on savings. And while nothing is set in stone, this plan does propose increasing benefits by around 5%. And it's one of Washington's most divisive proposals, as only 53% of Americans, 53% of Republicans are in favor of voting for it. So if the Republicans decide to block this stimulus check, that means we won't be getting any stimulus payment if President Biden can't get this past the Republicans. But hopefully everybody he can, because President Biden can definitely send out stimulus checks if he's done it before. Now, the nearly 1.9 million borrowers who paid off their loans during the pause and those who refinanced their student loans during the pause into private loans do not qualify for the automatic stimulus check. Yes, people are getting automatic stimulus checks because in August, Biden extended the pause on repayment, interest, and collections, which began back in March 2020. And according to the Office of Federal Student Aid, about 9 million federal student loan borrowers have made at least one check and one payment to April 20 to March 20. Ton of information about the fourth stimulus check. We have to cover a lot of news in this video. So I want you guys to know that we have a ton of information to cover. So continue watching and don't forget that if you want to get this Amazon gift card right here. Now everybody, it's Republican senators who are wanting to pass a bill to prevent Social Security from being increased. Senators like Bill Cassidy are worried that the White House will let him do this, and now Senator Cassidy is meeting with other lawmakers to improve his current plan on protecting Social Security benefits. If passed, Social Security's insolvency program would be solved, and benefits might be increased again. Now, some GOP senators are trying to lead an effort in Congress to protect Social Security, commonly referred to as the third rail of American politics. And Senator Bill Cassidy has told reporters that he is trying to prevent benefits from being cut as the program goes insolvent. Both the president and the former president are campaigning to protect Social Security, but not offering much of anything on how they plan to do it. Cassidy has said that a cut in benefits could cause poverty among the elderly to nearly double. If Washington does nothing in about a decade, Social Security will start to run out of money. It's funded by workers' taxes and any surpluses or interest earnings in the trust fund. The program cannot borrow money on its behalf. So the only option once existing funds are exhausted would be a nearly 25% cut for all recipients on Social Security. It's not a win for anybody. It's unlikely Washington will let it get to that point, but Social Security is popular and economically crucial for most Americans. But few in positions of power are trying to actually come up with a fix to actually prevent it from happening. About 2 years ago, this bill already was created. He said, the Senator Bill Cassidy said, it occurred to me that we could address this by creating an investment fund. It would prevent a 24% decrease in benefits. Now, some independent senators like Angus King are already caucusing with Democrats to begin their pitch on this big idea to save Social Security. The pitch goes to prevent and invest $500 billion over 5 years in an independent